You chase tomorrow like it's the gateway to your dreams. But pause. In this wild pursuit, you're actually setting a trap, a pitfall of anxiety, cloaked as ambition. The future is your captor, and anxiety its shackle. This isn't just life. This is a never-ending cycle that chains you to what might be instead of letting you live in the right now. Anxiety about tomorrow is a mental illusion. The Stoics knew this long before modern psychology caught up. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You're allowing phantoms of your future to dictate the present. I choose not to suffer from imaginary fears." Absorb that, own it, transform it into action. I want you to pause right now and comment, "I choose not to suffer from imaginary fears" below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Imagine standing on a beach. You see a storm far away on the horizon. The anxiety-ridden mind races to the storm that might never come to shore. But what if you could stop, plant your feet in the warm sand, breathe in the salt air, and relish the sun on your face? That is the power of now. A shift, a choice that you must make. The storm can never harm you unless you choose to run towards it. So what are you going to choose? The trap, the phantom fear, why anxiety is just a hallucination. Now picture this. You're tying yourself up in knots about a job interview, a medical test, or an awkward conversation. Your mind conjures worst-case scenarios. You're trapped, pacing the boundaries of your own worries. But here's the truth. These fears? They're whispers, not reality. They are shadows you project onto your future. Seneca had wisdom that cuts through this haze. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Think about that. When anxiety plays tricks on you, it's just your mind telling ghost stories. These specters can seem real. They can paralyze you. But remember, they're only as powerful as you allow them to be. Think of a child scared of monsters under the bed. In the dark, those fears feel real. But when the lights are on, monsters vanish. In life, your light is your awareness. Once you understand these fears are imagined, they lose all strength. They are ghosts without substance. If you listen, anxiety will scream, "Something is coming to get you." But right now, at this very moment, what is real? Your breath, your thoughts, your ability to choose calmness over chaos. These are real. Anchor your mind here. Here is where you find your true self, unfazed by phantoms. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. Now, consider this. You have an inner compass, a rational mind bestowed upon you. Use it to navigate, to steer away from the storms of anxiety. Choose presence. Choose to dismantle your fears, brick by imaginary brick. Because once you confront them, you'll see they're nothing but illusions gently crumbling into dust. The shift, reclaim the present, Stoic wisdom for a grounded mind. The shift begins when you claim the moment. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." The present is your canvas. Paint it with clarity, not chaos. What if the weight of your anxiety is just a story you've told yourself? Stories are built on perceptions, not facts. In a bustling city or a quiet room, your mind races. Imagine futures, looming deadlines. But hold on. Pause. Breathe. What if you chose, right now, to focus on this very breath? This simple act rewires the brain. Each inhale grounds you, pulling you back to reality from the storm of what-ifs. Let us illustrate. Marcus Aurelius, a ruler amidst war and turmoil, practiced grounding himself in the moment. He journaled to anchor his thoughts, reminding himself that the present is the only certainty. Here's your task. When you find your mind racing toward future worries, redirect your focus to what is within reach. Listen to the sound of leaves rustling. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Engage with now and let the storm pass. If you found this valuable, subscribe so you never miss it. Now, step back into the day-to-day. Recognize that the present is not a waiting room for the future, but the stage where life actually happens. This shift requires courage, but every small action counts. Live fully and let your awareness illuminate life's true path, free of the shadows of anxiety. Tool 1. The Mirage Buster, distinguishing reality from illusion. Now, let's talk about a powerful tool, the Mirage Buster. It's about seeing reality exactly as it is, free from illusion. Let me ask you this. Do you ever feel trapped in fears about what might happen? Here's the truth. Anxiety is often a mirage. Take a page out of Seneca's book, who wisely said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Your mind loves to spin stories, crafting elaborate tales of what could go wrong. But many of these are pure fiction. They vanish when faced with the solid ground of today. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror. You're looking not just at your reflection, but straight into your mind's eye. Marcus Aurelius himself talked about dismissing the cloud of opinions and seeing only what is real. Practice this. Ask yourself, is this actual or imagined? Define it clearly. This act alone uncovers the truth, freeing you from the shackles of what never existed beyond your thoughts. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. Once you identify the mirage, redirect your energy to what can be acted upon now. Epictetus taught that what truly matters are the things within your control. This doesn't render you powerless. Instead, it sharpens your focus, empowering you to deal effectively with real challenges. Embrace this clarity. Each day, look at every thought and ask, what is true here? Use this wisdom to distinguish between shadows and reality, freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens. This simple, yet profound tool of discerning reality not only dissolves anxiety, but also nurtures a mind calm and ready for life's genuine beauty and challenges. Tool 2. Future-proof armor, building Stoic mental resilience. Stop for a second. What if I told you that most of your fears come from battles you choose to fight only in your mind? You create shadows, false futures that haunt you, but they are as real as a ghost story. In fact, anxiety is nothing more than a hallucination. Marcus Aurelius himself said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." So how do we reshape our thoughts into a mighty, future-proof armor? Imagine this, building mental resilience like a warrior crafting armor. You need toughness, flexibility, and the ability to withstand any strike life throws your way. But this isn't steel we're forging, it's your mindset. It needs to be sharper than a blade and stronger than any fear-driven illusion. To start, begin with a foundation of self-control and rationality. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is your shield. Your reaction determines your impact. You control your responses, not the events themselves. Every day, as you wake, mentally rehearse life's challenges. Visualize success not as a fake happiness, but as a preparation. Prepare yourself as if you were going to battle. This, my friends, is resilience. Let each obstacle be a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Here's a pro tip. When worry creeps in, ask yourself this: what real enemy stands before me right now? Often, there isn't one. Rhetorical questions like this are keys. They unlock a new level of self-awareness. And if you've made it this far, pause for 1 second. If this is hitting you, hit that subscribe button. It tells me to keep making these for you. Remember, resilience isn't about denial. It's about awareness and preparation. Are you ready to face life head-on and with power? Tool 3. The Temporal Anchor, Living in the Moment Technique. You've heard the saying, live in the moment. But how often do you actually do it? Here's the truth. Anxiety is a thief lurking in the shadows of the future. It robs you of your peace today. The temporal anchor technique is not just a tool, it's your lifeline to the present. Think of each moment as a precious stone. If you are worrying about what's ahead, these stones slip through your fingers, one by one, lost forever. Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, confine yourself to the present. This is about crafting a fine-tuned awareness, a deep focus on the now. It's about catching every stone before it falls. Imagine you're rushing through your day, mind racing, missing everything around you. The temporal anchor stops that rush. It forces you to pause, to breathe deeply, to see clearly. It's not meditation on a mountain. It's a practical grip on life's reality, this minute. Experience the sound of the clock ticking, the sensation of your breath, the touch of the chair you sit on. Each sensory detail grounds you. When challenges arise, don't let them spin you into a whirlwind of stress. Anchor yourself. Hear Epictetus whisper, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This is your time to live fully, not in yesterday's failures or tomorrow's fears. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. When anxiety strikes next, use this anchor. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask, what can I do right now to strengthen my present self? Own your moments and let go of ghosts of the future. Return to your senses. They are torches guiding you through the fog. Control the here and now. You'll find strength you never knew you had. Dedicate yourself to this practice, and you'll ground your existence in purpose where anxiety loses its power. From fearful to fearless, your new reality. You are about to make a huge mistake if you think fear will protect you from the future. Fear does not shield. It shackles. Picture it as a thief, sneaking quietly, stealing your focus, your happiness, your potential. You were meant for so much more. Here's your reality check. I let go of imagined fears. I own my moments. I want you to pause right now and comment, I let go of imagined fears. I own my moments. Below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Imagine standing at a precipice. Beneath lies chaos. A storm you fear will swallow you whole. All those what-ifs stacking up like waves crashing on a lone rock. But, from this ledge, remember Seneca's words. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. What drags you isn't the storm, but the weight of your fear. To step away from this edge, shift your vision. Stop staring at what might be lost. Start seeing what can be gained. Fear is loud, but you are louder. Picture a musician tuning out the clamor of the crowd. He hears only his instrument. Do the same. Hear only the instrument of your own purpose. The world does not stand still for anyone who hesitates. So stand firm. Anchor in your remarkable ability to act, to decide, to move one step forward even when fear begs you to stop. This is your new reality. A place where fear and anxiety are stories in your mind, whispers of shadows that vanish when you throw open the curtains. Remember, you are not escaping from fear. You are transcending it. Fear may knock at your door, but you choose whether to let it in. Choose your response and declare your independence. And so, the next time fear creeps in, welcome it. Acknowledge it. Then walk right through it into the light of day, where every moment belongs to you. Grab it with both hands and make it yours. And with that, move forward with courage. Let your reality be fearless. Embrace the uncertainty and write your own story. Until next time, remember, own your now, release the future, and breathe free. Goodbye.